After all, paper can't cover fire. Lina met someone in a brothel, the last person she expected to meet. The day Marcel arrives at the brothel, this man, who had been unsuccessfully chasing his goddess, he wanted to take it out on the brothel, but he never expected to meet Lina, the woman he's been waiting for. In an instant, Lina's image as a goddess collapses. The way Marcel looked at Lina, there was no more adoration, there was only disgust and pity. Marcel's unannounced appearance. Lina was tempted to quit. In fact, she had thought that this day would come, but she never thought it would happen so suddenly. After all, Lina didn't need anything. She had only come here for the thrill of it. On the other hand, the pimp soon agreed to Lina's withdrawal. After Lina had left the brothel, Duke followed her all the way to her home. Lina was horrified by Duke's arrival. She had never seen Duke as anything more than a customer, but Duke didn't think so. He had more than a crush on Lina. It was more about possession. After seeing Lina's determined attitude, Duke finally got angry. He had to wait at home for Pio's return to tell him the truth. It was the first time Lina felt a chill down her back. She had no choice but to ask Duke to leave quickly, and offers a kiss, hoping to reach a compromise. But Duke was adamant that Lina's husband, Pio, is a stumbling block in his quest for true love. He gives his word of honor that he would remove all obstacles between himself and Lina, and with that, he leaves in style, while Lina waited impatiently, waiting for her husband to return as happy as ever. But this time, instead of her husband, Pio, there was a gunshot. Lina looked out of the window. Her husband had been shot at the window, and it was Duke who had shot him. In the middle of the city, the shooter, Duke, was soon shot dead by the police. Her husband was seriously injured and paralyzed. What was once a happy family, because of Lina's thrill-seeking, was torn apart. The time that followed, Lina returned to her family. She became a shut-in. She stayed at home to care for her paralyzed husband, but her once talkative husband had lost his ability to speak. Lina was the only one in the house talking to herself, but it wasn't long before the arrival of her husband's friend Marcel arrived and broke the silence. He told Lina to tell her husband what he knew, that he should know that the innocent wife he guarded for years had been doing countless things behind his back, shameless deeds. He even provocatively said he wanted Lina to see him tell the truth. With that, Marcel left. Satisfied, Lina looked at her husband, who was now in tears, ready to meet his wrath at any moment. But then a bell rang. Her husband, Pio, who had been paralyzed, was back to life. He invited Lina to have a drink with him, and plans to go on a trip together. And when Lina looks out the window again, a familiar carriage appears again. What is real, and what is not? Lina can't tell the difference. Perhaps the pursuit of excitement has always been an erotic dream for her, or perhaps Lina had become unhinged. But when she took that step, the effects of that step are like a whirlwind. It's like a vortex that sinks her deeper and deeper. I hope that if you are lonely and isolated, that you can keep your heart and stay true to your heart. If you want to see a movie, leave a comment. I will reply carefully. See you next time.